Okay, so thank you so much for doing this. It's very helpful. So we had done a little messaging back and forth, and you said that you have this sort of introverted thing that shows up, and I want to get more of a description from you about what happens.
Yeah, it feels like an energetic thing that fires off before I can stop it. It's so quick, and the way I experience it is um, a certain jumpiness when I'm with people. I notice it when I'm working with my clients. Sometimes I notice it out socially, um, and I know that I'm probably a little bit introverted, and yet I'm I think what they call is gregarious introvert, meaning I talk a lot, which I have come to find, especially with me and some of my clients, is also a way to be introverted. You just talk a lot, and you're perhaps good at deflecting things, and I can feel the difference energetically in my body when I'm really connecting with people in a deep way versus when it's sort of from a popping way. And how this impacts me is that often at the end of the day, if I've been working with a lot of clients, I feel very tired. I feel like at times my energy is projected. I notice sometimes I'm a little bit nervous with silence. Perhaps a sense of, oh, I should know what to do. I notice that I don't always connect. The eye contact sometimes shifts. And that started actually a few years ago when I was working with a therapist who suggested that looking away, especially when you're letting someone process something deeply, can be a way to let them have just a brief bit of privacy. And so I started playing with that and noticing, that's pretty groovy. That can actually be useful when someone is sitting through a lot, to just let them look away. And then I noticed I started to do that perhaps too much for myself. I was looking away. So somehow I internalized that behavior, and now I notice it's a jumpiness, and it's a fatigue at the end of the day. The mouth starts yapping a bit much, and
Okay.
in my body, I don't feel that depth of connection because I know the difference in state. It's a difference in energetic state. And when I know it's happening, it's almost like I can't stop myself. I have done some tapping on it for myself, done some reading. I have some theories, and I'm looking for perhaps more help in unwinding why I have this reaction.
Sure. Now, whoops, we have an echo, so let me try to do something about that. Okay, check. All right, check. I'm gonna mute you and see if I can. Okay, it's still there. Okay. Check. No. Okay, good. That sometimes helps. Okay. So, do you know if it happens with any type of person in particular, or it could be all kinds of people? You said it happens with clients. Does it happen with all clients, most clients, only a few clients?
No, that's a good question. I think sometimes I fool myself so well that I'm not aware if it's my natural enthusiasm or if it's coming from this other place that doesn't feel quite as good. It's very subtle. I experience it as a projection of my energy. I'm aware that sometimes, I'm perhaps a little mental, a little bit in my head, and I can tell a clever story but I don't know, it just feels projected, and I am having trouble stopping it because I feel it gets in the way of truer connection with me personally, with my friends. And of course, if I can heal that, it's only going to help me be better with my clients.
Okay, so it happens with friends and it happens with clients?
Sometimes, yes. It's sometimes I notice a staccato feeling. It's like a nervousness in the way I speak. The words blurt out. Um,
Are you more
there's,
likely to do that with any particular friend?
I don't think so. I think this is the way I've been with people much of my life,
Okay.
and only now really taking a look at why I have this behavior. Because whatever it is, it doesn't feel good, but it
Uh-huh.
seems like an adaptation, something I learned to do to perhaps stay safe or appear smart or whatever, and I'm wanting to move through it.
Okay. I want you to make up a scenario of when this might happen again. When is the next likely event that's going to occur where you're going to experience that?
Okay.
So either socially or with a
Mm.
client, when is it likely to happen again?
Well, it happens a lot with clients that I'm struggling with. So that I know is happening. It also happens in social settings when perhaps just usually in a group. It doesn't happen as much one-on-one, but it flares. It's hard to say that it's always one way or the other, but it is a feeling of dis-ease or uneasy, or I'm a little bit on edge. So if it's a client that's hard to work with, oh yeah, I'm feeling that.
Okay, I want you to think about one of your clients that you happen to be struggling with that's a challenge.
Okay.
And I want you to think about that client and
Hmm.
imagine yourself in the session with the client. What are you feeling?
This kind of feeling. It's it feels like this.
Okay. And what do you how would you describe that?
Um, Sometimes it's honestly, I really don't want to deal with you.
Yep.
And it's interesting because I've spent some time trying to categorize why certain clients feel this way and others not. At first I thought, oh, it's people who are stuck in their head or mental. And no, I don't think it is. Sometimes not that at all. Um, it, I don't know. That's why I'm sort of looking for outside help. I don't know
Oh
what
yeah.
it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't want to deal with you and thinking about this one particular client and the next time you're going to see this client, how strong is that? I don't want to deal with you.
Well, what I've resorted to doing is if this continues, I just refer them out. So the one example I was thinking of, I'm not seeing her again. So I'm trying to think of someone else. And sometimes it actually gets blended in with a lot of genuine enthusiasm. I'm really excited to see them.
Yeah.
So it's not always I don't like them, but there's something in the air that makes me uncomfortable. And in fact, sometimes I like them a lot. Um, I'm trying to think who
Okay.
is coming
Either
in.
either a client that's coming in or the next social gathering that you will be in a group
Okay.
where you might feel
All
that.
right. Okay. All right. I think I've got a sense there.
You've got who, I'm sorry? A
I,
client
I,
or
I'm,
social?
this would be probably more of a client. I notice this most in my work because sometimes after a full day of clients, I'm tired.
Yep.
Where is this energy leak coming from? And it's from this
Sure.
hard, I can't verbalize it, but I can feel it in my body.
Yeah. All right. So you're thinking about this one particular client and it's a challenging session and you're feeling I don't want to deal with this or with you or something else.
Um, Sometimes I feel like we got to find something. I attract some clients that I'm not really sure why they're here, but and I've broached the subject. What is your goal? And I've always trusted that if they want to keep coming, they're getting value out of it. If you can't even actually say so, because my work is not like weight loss coach with a specific goal. It's a little bit more broad, and I've had to trust that if they want to keep coming in, they're getting value out of it. And sometimes I'm just at a loss. Why are you here?
Okay.
And they start sharing and they're bringing up something. And I don't have the answer. I don't profess to give advice. And sometimes the questions that come are a spiritual nature, perhaps.
So I want you to think about this one particular client
Okay.
and something that they might be challenged with and a reason why they're seeing you.
Okay.
And what is the emotion that you're feeling as they're describing something that, you know, the feeling of on your side is why are you here?
Yeah. Um, it's most noticeable when there's no problem. I attract clients that like to come in for perhaps regular growth, perhaps regular internal inquiry. Fine. If you want to, I'm here to serve. But when there's no problem, and I can tell they're looking for an opening, something to explore. I want to grow. I want to keep exploring. And of course, you and I know there's always the more. And no matter how great things are going, there's always opportunity for growth. And when I can't find it and they can't articulate it, I start looking at the clock and I start getting really uncomfortable. Like,
Great.
wow.
I
Yeah.
want you to imagine that same scenario with this one client. How uncomfortable do you feel imagining being there?
Like on a scale, like suds or something.
Yeah, 0 to 10.
Um, I see them on the calendar before they've shown up, and I'm already at like a 5. Like,
Okay, so even
what?
before they get there, you look on
Mm-hmm.
the calendar and you feel uncomfortable, and it's
Mm-hmm.
about a 5. Do you feel that anywhere in your body?
I feel tired.
Okay.
I don't feel enthusiastic about this client.
Okay. All right.
And
So,
okay, and I was trying to equate that with social situations where I always also do this, but it's a different setting and it's a different energetic experience. So I don't know.
all
Okay.
right. So let's focus on this one time. The
Okay.
next time you see this client, you see
Mm-hmm.
on the calendar that the client's coming in and you're already feeling uncomfortable
Right.
and tired.
I'm tired.
And if I ask you to repeat anything that doesn't sound true, you want to tweak it, you want to say it a different way, please just
Okay.
jump in, interrupt me, because the power with this is that I use your words as much as I can.
Great.
Okay, so even though I'm imagining this client coming in next,
Even though I'm imagining this client coming in next,
and I see that they're coming,
and I see that they're coming,
and it makes me feel so uncomfortable and tired,
and it makes me feel uncomfortable and tired,
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I look on the calendar
Even though I look on the calendar
and I see that this client is coming in,
and I see this client is coming in,
and I feel uncomfortable and tired,
and I feel uncomfortable and tired,
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I look on the calendar and I see that this client is coming in,
Even though I look on the calendar and I see this client is coming in,
and I feel uncomfortable and tired.
and I feel uncomfortable and tired.
Is there more to that?
Yeah, I notice that it often, the same reaction happens with clients I adore.
Yeah,
So I picked one, but this
that's fine.
happens with clients that I enjoy too. So
Okay, so
yeah,
let's
okay,
figure this out. Let's stick with
yeah,
that one, and
okay,
we'll pull out the layers of the onion.
okay.
And I feel uncomfortable and tired.
I feel uncomfortable and tired.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Feeling uncomfortable and tired.
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 Okay. I want you to think about the next time this client's coming in, you look on the calendar, you see they're coming in, uncomfortable and tired, 0 to 10 now.
It's a sense of it'll be all right.
So 0?
It's a feeling that this problem is not unique to her. But yeah.
Okay. But I want you to think about the next time you're going to see this client, and you're
Mm-hmm.
going to look on the calendar, and you're
Mm-hmm.
going to see that they're coming in shortly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Really putting yourself in that place next time
Mm-hmm.
with this particular client.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a 0? Do you feel no, uncomfortable, 0, tired? Thinking about that
It's
situation.
probably a 3.
Okay. How do you know it's a 3?
It's a feeling that some of these clients don't need to come in anymore.
Okay.
And, that is a little bit of a professional confusion. They want to, and yeah.
Okay. All right. Even though I still feel somewhat uncomfortable and tired,
Even though I still feel somewhat uncomfortable and tired,
just thinking about seeing this client on the calendar
just about seeing this client on the calendar,
and feeling that they don't really need to come in.
feeling that they don't need to come in,
And I deeply, completely accept myself.
and deeply, completely accept myself.
Even though I feel somewhat uncomfortable and tired,
Even though I feel somewhat uncomfortable and tired.
just imagining seeing this client's name on the calendar.
Just imagining seeing this client's name on the calendar.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I still feel some uncomfortable and tired feeling.
Even though I still feel some uncomfortable and tired feeling.
Just seeing the client's name on the calendar.
Just seeing the client's name on the calendar.
And knowing that they don't really need to come in.
And knowing that they don't really need to come in.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Good. Still feeling uncomfortable and tired.
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 Okay, imagining the next time this client is coming in, you see them on the calendar, still feeling any uncomfortable or tired feelings. Just for that part, we haven't gone into the session.
Yeah.
Just before the session.
It's about the same. I mean, I feel like it's okay. It's all right.
So it's still a 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
and what part of it are you focusing on?
Because I don't get the sense that being uncomfortable and tired is the problem. I feel like there's something else bigger, but that's the energy I'm having trouble articulating. But yeah.
Okay. So you're looking at the calendar and it's fine. It's neutral. See the person's name. It's okay.
Yeah.
I want you to go forward and I want you to actually be in that session with this particular client that they're waiting for you to find something and explore something with them. And there isn't a really clearly defined goal with this particular client. Tell me when that's happening and you're looking at the clock and you're imagining yourself there next time. Tell me what you're feeling. What's the emotion?
Oh gosh, get this over with.
Anger, sadness, fear, shame, guilt, embarrassment. Or something else.
Just boredom sometimes. But I don't know, because this blurting experience happens with clients I also like. So, and I'm not bored.
Okay,
so
but I'm just having you don't think about the overall theme of it. This one time, this is happening with this particular client.
Okay.
And so it's boredom, anything stronger?
I can't wait for the appointment to be over. And perhaps a sense of confusion when these people want to keep coming in. And I know I charge at a rate that nobody would sign up to just do this for amusement. So they're getting value I'm just not enjoying myself on this end, delivering the service. So this happens over and over when they seem to get value. And I'm just like, oh God,
Okay.
enough already.
Thinking about this one time with this one client,
Mm-hmm.
and this is happening, you're getting bored and you can't wait for the appointment to end. The confusion is that strong, just thinking about that, putting yourself in that one time, in that one event.
Mm-hmm.
Confusion, 0 to 10.
6, maybe.
Do you feel any tension or tightness or constriction or anything in your body?
Yeah, I do.
Where?
Uh, in back shoulder blades, perhaps a little bit of guilt. And I don't know why I feel guilty, but a little bit of, is this really the right thing to do when people want to come in, but I'm sick of it kind of feeling.
Okay. All right. Even though I feel all of this guilt.
Even though I feel this guilt.
And I feel it in my shoulder blades.
And I feel it in my shoulder blades.
The client's coming in and I'm feeling uncomfortable.
The client's coming in and I feel like I'm having to jolly myself up, as they say. It's taking a lot of energy for me to animate, and I can do it. But I don't like that feeling. I want to enjoy my work more. And I'm so glad the clients are enjoying me, but I'm not enjoying me because I'm having to spend so much energy to jolly myself up.
Okay. Okay. And I feel like I have to jolly myself up.
I feel like I have to jolly myself up.
And I'm bored.
And I'm bored.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel this guilt.
Even though I feel this guilt.
Imagining myself with this client.
Imagining myself with this client.
I'm bored.
Bored.
I'm having to jolly myself up.
I'm having to jolly myself up.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
I deeply and completely accept myself.
Even though I feel this guilt.
Even though I feel this guilt.
I'm having to jolly myself up for the client.
I'm having to jolly myself up for the client.
And I don't want to.
And I don't want to.
I don't want to enjoy my work.
I want to enjoy my work.
And I deeply and completely accept myself.
And I deeply and completely accept myself.
Good. I'm having to jolly myself up.
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 And I don't want to.
And I don't want to.
I want to be enjoying my work.
I want to be enjoying my work.
I'm with this client.
I'm with this client.
And they're wanting me to explore.
And they're wanting me to explore.
I've got to jolly myself up.
I've got to jolly myself up.
All right, thinking about that situation now. Mm-hmm. How's that feeling? How's the guilt?
A little bit better. I'm just struggling if guilt is the best description. I don't know. But yeah, a little bit of movement.
Okay. So the jollying yourself up, is that a good description for what happens?
Yeah. I'm trying to put myself in. I like solving big problems. I'm very good at trauma. I've been watching some of your stuff on trauma, crisis, getting people out of all kinds of things. I've worked with it all. And once people achieve what I consider a pretty good state, the relationship is strong. I sometimes am not sure why they're still coming in. Mm-hmm. I've asked them.
Yeah, and what happens?
They still say they get a lot of value. I'm not always enjoying myself as much. And sometimes this blurting, it happens even when things are in the midst. I don't know. It's a reaction of some kind. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm very confused.
But it is that around that flavor of I've got to jolly myself up, and that's the reaction.
Um, Hang on, let me just feel into my body. I feel like I'm having to consume a lot of energy to get through the appointment. Um, I also notice that sometimes when I'm, like I said, the other side is when I get excited and breakthroughs are happening or whatever. Why am I talking? What is making me yap in that way? And I'm starting to notice the difference in state. One feels good, the other feels almost artificially animated. And I know that I get the second when I'm bored or with a client that I don't know what to do with. It also occurs at weird other times, and I don't know why. And then, like I said, in social situations, I'm aware of this. It's an energetic thing that happens in me that I've not been able to tap away on my own.
Okay. We're going to switch to some matrix here, so I want you to tap on
Okay.
your finger points inside of hand.
Okay. Okay.
So my palm is facing me, and I'm
Okay.
tapping at the
Okay.
tip of the thumb near the tip, index
Okay.
finger near the tip, side
Okay.
of the middle finger near the tip, side of the ring finger near the tip, side of the pinky near the tip, and back to the side of the hand.
Okay.
And do that over and over and over again.
Okay.
You're going to do this for most of the session, and I'm going to
Okay.
keep reminding you that you're tapping this way.
Okay.
And if you feel comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes, but
Okay.
that's not necessary. I want you to feel into this idea of getting artificially animated. And do you have a body sensation with that?
I know that feeling.
It's a draining of energy, sort of, you said, or expending of energy?
It's an expending of energy. There's a mm, it's a projection is the best word I can think of, rather
Okay.
than an animation.
Yep. Okay. So I want you to tune into that, and do you feel that anywhere in your body?
Yeah, right here.
Okay. I want you to make that stronger for just a moment.
Okay.
You're going to invite your body to send us back to an event connected with you feeling that same way. And just allowing your body and all of its wisdom and knowledge to guide your mind to where we need to go with this problem. Take your time and tell me when you get there.
Well, it's emotional. I'm feeling a wave of sadness. It's
Mm-hmm.
very familiar.
Mm-hmm.
It is a way of living.
Okay. So I want you to just tune into that sadness. And again, if it's still showing up in that area of your body, you're going to trust that your body knows where we need to go with this.
Okay.
And it's going to direct your attention to an event.
I don't remember a specific event, but it seems to have started probably between middle school and high school.
Okay.
Like, I can't tell you an event, but I do know that by high school I was already doing it.
Okay. I want you to make up an event.
Okay.
Make up an event where this could have happened to an Adele between middle school and high school.
Okay. I would say it had to do with friends, making friends, or
Okay.
lack thereof.
Okay. So I want you to see Adele. Is she at school?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to be the observer in this scene. You're watching Adele. She's separate and apart from you.
Okay.
She needs your help. So the more that you can dissociate or disconnect or distance yourself because she needs you to be there for her.
Okay.
All right. And so do you see her at school? Is she in any particular classroom or at the lunchroom? Where do you see her?
Yeah, it seems to be outside of actual class. So lunchroom,
Okay.
hallway,
Okay.
after school, that kind of thing.
Okay. So put her in one particular place.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Where do you see her?
Probably lunch.
Okay. And what's happening there in the lunchroom with Adele? What are you seeing?
Oh, she's very lonely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is she sitting there alone?
At times, yeah. Well, many times, yeah.
Okay. So this one particular time you're seeing her in the lunchroom alone having lunch.
Right.
Okay, great. I want you to freeze everybody in the lunchroom
Okay.
except for her.
Okay.
You're going to step into that room as yourself today,
Okay.
and you're going to connect with her. Get a sense if she knows who you are.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to ask her what she's feeling being there in the lunchroom. So try to
Well,
get the information from her.
yeah.
And when she tells you, relay that back to me.
She hates it. She doesn't like it. Yeah.
All right. And she hates it and she doesn't like what in particular? Just see if we can get more information from her.
She doesn't like being an outcast.
Oh, she feels like an outcast?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's normal. So, she doesn't like that she can't connect to other people. Everyone is looking like they're having such a grand time.
Okay.
There's a lot of laughing in the lunchroom, and she doesn't feel like laughing.
Okay. Great. All of these feelings that she's experiencing, can she show you or tell you where she's experiencing them?
You mean in her
In her
body?
body. In her body.
I think probably right here.
And can she show you or can you see any color associated with that energy?
It's very dark.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe a gray or brownish gray.
All right. Use your intuition. What color or colors need to go into that brownish gray to start changing that?
Oh, maybe some gold or some pink.
Great. Send that to her that part of her body. And I want you to take her hand and you're going to tap on the side of it. And let's say, even though you feel like an outcast, you can say that aloud if you want.
Oh, okay.
Even though you feel like an outcast.
Even though you feel like an outcast.
And you hate it.
And you hate it.
And feeling like you're not connecting.
And feeling like you're not connected.
I'm here to help you.
I'm here to help you.
Even though you're feeling like an outcast.
Even though you're feeling like an outcast.
And you hate it.
And you hate it.
And you don't feel connected.
And you don't feel connected.
I'm here to help you through this.
I'm here to help you through this.
Even though you feel like an outcast.
Even though you feel like an outcast.
And you hate it.
And you hate it.
And you can't connect.
And you can't connect.
I'm here to help you through this.
I'm here to help you through this.
You're a remarkable young woman.
You're a remarkable young woman.
And you're going to be okay.
And you're going to be okay.
Good. Tap on her points. Feeling like an outcast.
Feeling like an outcast.
You hate it.
You hate it.
Feeling like an outcast.
Feeling like an outcast.
You don't feel connected.
You don't feel connected.
Feeling like an outcast.
Feeling like an outcast.
And you hate it.
You hate it.
You don't feel connected.
You don't feel connected.
Good. Go back to tapping on your finger points and side of hand. Check on her and see how she's doing.
She's better.
Mm-hmm. I want you to ask her what belief or decision she made as a result of this experience of being there in the lunchroom, being alone, feeling like an outcast. What belief or decision did she make?
Say something.
Say something? Okay. Because if you say something, what?
It's it's like, I don't know, being clever, or at least you don't, disappear, or it's
Mm,
some way to try to connect to people when you don't know how else to do it. Just say something. Um, I was not. She's not a quiet, shy, introverted. She's she's squeezed into having to yap nervously.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And from your higher self and all the ways that you've evolved and grown since you were back in middle school, high school, from your higher self, what advice do you want to give her? What do you want to tell her about any of this? It's going to be helpful for her to hear.
But you don't have to do that. Um, it's almost like this nervous talking became a release valve for pain, or something, like the body went into this tight place, and some people would do this, and I started doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the same. It's the same. It's just I evolved that way.
Right. And so you're telling her that she doesn't need to be that way.
Right.
Is
She
she
does it.
listening? Yeah, go ahead.
I think, let's see, is she listening? I think it's a relief because she didn't know it was not allowed. She just assumed, well, this makes it better, right? If you keep talking, at least you're talking with people. Everyone else is talking, so say something, and or or yeah, something like that.
Okay. Is there anything else you need her to know about this?
Um,
About she doesn't need to.
she doesn't need to keep saying something to be interesting or clever or smart, or that stuff doesn't really work when you
Mm-hmm.
just want people to like you. Being
Mm-hmm.
interesting and clever is of limited value,
Mm-hmm.
but that's what she thought would work.
Mm-hmm. And what would she like to experience instead? Ask her.
Uh, if people would like her without her having to do that.
Excellent. Okay. So you're going to watch that happen.
Well, the picture's very murky at this point because I don't see that happening.
Okay. So just allow it to happen for her.
Okay.
She wants it.
She wants it. It would feel really nice.
Great. Give her what she wants. We don't often get an opportunity to get what we want, especially in middle school. And what does that look like? What are you seeing?
That she has a lot of friends.
Good. How is she feeling?
Good.
Good.
Surprised.
Okay. And is she having to do that thing with saying something or?
She doesn't believe it. She's about to say again because it's a lot of nice stuff, and she does this when a lot of nice stuff comes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try to tell her she doesn't have to do that. It's like getting too many compliments where you start,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like they can't quite like me that much.
Okay. And what if they did?
Yeah, that's hard for her to believe
Because?
because she's never seen it.
Okay. Well, just let her sit in it now.
Okay.
How is that?
Better.
Okay. I want you to ask her what would make this even better for her.
Um, if she didn't have to do this thing with her best friend,
With
that
her
would be
best
nice.
friend. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let that happen. How's that going?
Good.
How does she feel?
A lot less anxious.
Okay. And less anxious is good. Ask her if there's anything that would make it even better.
She's saying it would be nice if it were consistent.
Okay. So there in the lunchroom, have her experience that. How's that going?
Good.
How does she feel about herself?
A lot more relaxed.
Mm-hmm. How can you tell that she's feeling more relaxed?
This is not as tense.
Okay. So, but it's still there.
Yeah, but
Ask
it's
her,
better.
yeah, ask her what she needs in order to have the scene be even better for her. What would make it ideal for her? And get the answers from her if you can.
I think she would have wanted a better best friend.
So ask her, is that what she wants?
Mhm.
Okay. And how would this best friend be? What would happen?
A lot nicer.
Okay. So watch this person be really nice to her. How's she feeling now?
A little bit skeptical, but open.
Okay. And do you still see her in the lunchroom?
Right now, she's with her best friend.
And what are they doing?
Just talking.
Mm-hmm.
Except it feels like her best friend's actually interested in her for a change.
Oh, good. Okay. And how does that make her feel?
It's different.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that she needs from you?
um, I don't think so.
And where do you see her with her best friend?
In her best friend's house. This best friend has a nice house.
Mm-hmm.
Best friend has nicer everything. And best friend lets her know that.
So this is the old best friend?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're jumping to a different event.
Okay.
Okay. And I want you to see one of those times where that Adele was being told all this stuff by her best friend.
Okay.
Do you see that?
I think so.
Okay. Make it up if you need to.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and freeze everyone else who's there. Connect with that Adele and ask her how she feels.
Much better.
She's feeling better because her best friend is saying that she's got all this
Oh,
stuff.
I'm sorry. I thought we were looking for the opposite scenario.
Yeah, no, I want you to go to the event where her best friend is
Okay.
saying all these things.
Yeah. Oh gosh, that was which one? Okay. Yes. I have one scenario in mind.
Okay. Freeze everyone there, connect with that Adele, ask her what she's feeling.
Sad.
Mm-hmm. Great. Take her hand and tap on the side of it, even though you're feeling all of this sadness.
Even though you're feeling all this sadness,
I'm here to help you through this.
I'm here to help you through this.
Even though you're feeling all of this sadness.
Oh, am I supposed to tap here now?
Tap on the side of her hand,
Okay.
but you
Okay.
can be tapping on your side of hand
Okay.
or on hers or in the air or however you can track it.
Okay. Even though you're feeling all this sadness,
I'm here to help you through this.
I'm here to help you through this.
Even though you're feeling all of this sadness,
Even though you're feeling all this sadness,
I'm here to help you.
I'm here to help you.
You're going to be okay.
You're going to be okay.
Good. Tap on her points. This sadness,
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 this sadness.
this sadness.
Good. Go back to just tapping on your hand points.
Okay.
Check on her and see how she's doing now.
Better.
Okay. I want you to ask her what decision or belief she came up with as a result of this event with her best friend.
You mean now or?
So just ask her, what did you decide about life? What did you decide about other people? What did you decide about the world
I
or
decided that I
yourself?
wasn't interesting or smart enough.
Yeah. Yeah. From your higher self and all the ways you've grown since you were that age, what would you like to tell that Adele?
Um, that's not true.
Mm-hmm. Is she listening to you?
I think so.
Ask her what kind of proof she needs.
She says friends.
Great. So how would she like to have friends? Ask her how she would like to experience being with friends.
Less tightness in the body.
Okay? So just let that tightness, just have it go the way she wants it to go.
Yeah.
And are you seeing her with friends?
Not yet, but she feels better.
Okay. So would she like to have friends
Yeah.
that think she's interesting and
Mm-hmm.
smart enough and she's fine the way she is?
Yes.
Okay. Let that happen and you watch. Where do you see her?
Now she has people around her.
Great. Is she at school? Is she somewhere else?
She's at school.
She's at school. How's she feeling? What do you sense about her?
She feels more a part of things.
Okay, great. How can you tell?
Less tightness in her upper body.
Mm-hmm.
And less need to say something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And more sharing.
Okay. Ask her how she's feeling.
She feels good.
Okay. Is there a color with that energy of feeling good, being connected, sharing?
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry?
Is there a color with that?
Oh, this gold pinkish combination.
Great. Okay, you can stop tapping. Put one hand on top of the other in the center of your chest. And I want you to bring that pink gold energy in through the top of your head. And you're going to picture that girl at school with friends, being herself, feeling connected. Send those positive images and feelings down to all the cells of your body, from your head down to your toe. Bring all those positive feelings and images and colors into your heart center. Have it grow, expand, and intensify. And exhale that out through your heart. Take your time. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Good. Good work.
Thank you.
So I want you to close your eyes and I want you to revisit, because we didn't quite finish, but I think it jumped to an actual memory is what happened. I want you to close your eyes and check on the girl in middle school who's at lunch alone. What do you notice about her? What's different?
It doesn't hurt so much inside.
And for her?
Well, for me to see her,
Aha. And what do you notice about her?
I think she feels better.
And how can you tell?
I think she's got more people around her.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And now let's jump forward to the other memory that was there sort of emerging was she was at her friend's house and her friend was saying, this is what I have and I'm, you know.
Hmm.
And so do you see her there? Do you see her somewhere else? What do you notice?
I don't know. It's just kind of a weird feeling. I feel warmer now instead of a sharp pain.
Okay. All right,
Oh,
good.
yeah.
All right, great. Good work. Okay, so finally, I want you to just have this one client that you see is coming and she's there and you were feeling confused. There's really not a lot going on in the session
I
and
I feel like some of these clients come to be entertained, and
okay,
I just don't want to do that anymore.
okay. So do you have to jolly yourself up?
Um, no, I think I feel less pressure to be all that. I don't know. What is it? People seem very fascinated, and I'm tired of the fascination. I'm not here to be fascinating or clever or have all these insights for you to marvel at. Why are you here? And if you have nothing that you want to cover today, I'm happy. Let's just shorten the appointment. And of course, I can hear this part of me saying, no, but they paid for a whole session. But honestly, I would like to get to a point where I'm here to solve problems. If you're doing great and you don't need me, wonderful. Let me, I can either refer you to someone else who works on more of a, I don't know what basis you call it, but yeah.
Okay. How does it feel to be able to do that besides a voice in your head that says that they paid for a whole session?
Kind of scary. I'm at war with myself because they paid a considerable amount to come in, and I feel like I need to honor every minute of it. And sometimes it's like, oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I want you so definitely tap on the scared feeling and that conflict that you have. But I want you to see if the part of you that wants to jolly yourself up and say something and the feeling that automatically comes out of you trying to be this nervous, gregarious thing that just happens. I want you to see if that has lessened to some degree because I can't really recreate this here in this environment,
Right.
just
Right.
on
Right.
Zoom. But I want you to test it. I want you to see how it's going with you at the end of the
Okay.
day. See how it's going with clients that are in this place where there's really not a lot to work on. See if you feel if it happens again or if it's been resolved or if it's lessened. I mean, we really want to verify what your experience was. I mean, it's great to feel
Okay.
good and have your younger self feel, good with friends and all
Yeah.
that. But if the
Right.
problem's still there, just means there's more work to do. So I want you to check on that.
I will.
Okay.
I
All
will.
right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alina. Much appreciated.